As of making this video, I've got just under 700 subscribers. I'm a small YouTuber, and so today I kind of want to go over the reality of being a small YouTuber, the challenges that I'm facing. I'll share 3 or 4 of them with you, as well as 3 or 4 ways I'm transforming, like I'm changing and improving as a result of starting this YouTube thing. And so the first kind of challenge that I'm dealing with, which might actually not be a challenge at all, is the idea that no one cares. The idea that when you upload a video and a day later it has 5 views or 6 views. And I think as a small YouTuber, you're always hoping for this one video that will tell you that this whole process has been worth it. And this whole process is not easy, like coming up with video ideas, thumbnails, titles. You're doing everything, making the video, editing, just all the different takes that you need to go through to make something work. And to do all of that and just have 3 or 4 or 5 or 20 people watch is discouraging, because in the world of social media, like 20 views isn't a lot. Right? Like that's one side of the equation. The other side of the equation is if eventually you get 100 people to watch your video, like it has 100 views. It might not be a lot in the social media world, but in reality, if you imagine a room of 100 people, most people on this planet have not spoken to 100 people at the same time. And so we see these big YouTubers get hundreds of thousands of millions and millions of views, when in reality, 100 views is kind of worth celebrating. And 100 people is a lot of people. And it actually might be a good thing that not a lot of people see your videos in the beginning, because you're just not that good. Well, I'm not that good, right? Like, I think I'm at a point where it's justifiable that my videos don't get a lot of views, because YouTube is a platform that rewards content creators that can get people to stay on the platform, and people will stay on the platform if the video is worth watching. And so if people don't watch my video, it's probably because I haven't figured out how to make a good video that is worth watching. And the good news is I have infinite at-bats. Like, this isn't like stock investing where eventually I run out of money and I don't have money to invest. But for something like YouTube, the barrier of entry is so low that the bar for success becomes higher and higher and higher by the year. And so maybe no one caring in the beginning is a good thing. That's the first thing that I learned. The second thing that I learned is the idea that I have no idea who I'm actually making videos for. Like, I've probably changed my channel banner like 5 times since I started this particular YouTube channel. And this was not my first YouTube channel. I've had other channels that I've stopped posting on. And so I never really figured out how to figure out my niche. And the answer that I eventually came to was something that Ali Abdaal recommended, called the archaeologist approach. And it's basically just post enough videos to know what you don't like to post about. And then by the audience that you build, define your actual customer avatar. And so yeah, I have kind of an idea of a target audience I want to reach, right? Like people that care about personal finance, people that are working at a job, making enough money to live a pretty good middle-class life, but know that they don't really have the means to make life-changing money unless they take advantage of this opportunity online, like I am trying to do right now. Like, that's the group of people I want to reach. Is I just want to help people who are working hard provide more for their family. And so the second thing I learned is that at the beginning, as a small YouTuber, it's okay to not have a target audience or a customer avatar, because you're still figuring things out. Like, that will eventually come. I have gained clarity in who I want to make videos for by making videos. The third thing that I learned is that there is a such thing, there's definitely a such thing as good practice. But the idea of good practice is subjective for different groups of people. And so there's a group of people that love Mr. Beast videos, and that group of people might be in the majority of people on YouTube. That's why Mr. Beast gets so many views on his videos. But I recently came across a channel called Profound Ponderings, where it's literally just a dude in front of a camera talking about his personal growth journey. And it's very rarely cut. There's very little B-roll. It's the opposite of Mr. Beast videos. But that guy also has 100,000 subscribers, right? And so I feel like YouTube has such a diverse user base that there's something for everyone. And you don't really have to copy anyone else. In fact, like, you are kind of the X factor that makes the channel unique. And so there is no need to copy anyone else. And so this brings us to the idea of quantity versus quality. And I struggled with this for a long time. I was like, do I just post a random video a day, saying whatever I want, minimally edited, or do I like go hard on production value and like have crazy cuts and like make a shot list, storyboard it like Life of Riza, except worse because I'm probably not as good as her is in cinematography. And so my conclusion is that if there is no single best format, then volume is the answer. What do I mean by that? If Life of Riza uploaded her videos instead of once a month, she did it every single week, that kind of quality, she would definitely grow faster. And the channel Profound Ponderings, he uploads 3-4 times a week. And he's grown. YouTube's algorithm helped him find his audience. And so if we're moving towards the interest graph, we're moving from the social graph to the interest graph in the social media game. And what that means is, before, social media platforms used to reward creators with viewers based on the number of followers they had, number of subscribers. Now social media platforms recommend content based on how well they understand the viewer. And so it does not matter if I have 0 followers. If I just make the video for the right group of people and YouTube is able to find the right group of people, that video will get views. And so if I make enough videos, not only am I getting better at making videos, I'm also giving YouTube more chances to help me find my audience. And so those are kind of my 3 struggles and what I learned in the process. There's also kind of ways I'm transforming as a result of starting this little YouTube project for the last half a year. And it's that I've definitely become more comfortable on camera. Camera shyness and insecurity is a real thing. And it manifests itself in different ways. For most people, it manifests by making that person not post a video. And so there's always that channel you've always wanted to start, but you haven't because you're insecure and you're camera shy, and I get that. But for me, it manifested itself in me having to spend hours and hours editing, making sure that I thought the video was perfect before I posted. When in reality, number one, there's no way the video is perfect. There's no such thing as perfection because quality is subjective. And number two, I am nowhere near the skill level needed to make a remotely high production value video. So even if I spent 50 hours, I just don't have the skill yet. And so that's not what I should be worrying about. What I should be worrying about is, how can I be more authentic? How can I share something that you would probably go through if you went through the same journey that I did? So number 4, I've definitely become more comfortable. That's kind of a mini transformation that I'm going through. And part of becoming more comfortable means I now kind of give myself permission to post videos like this. kind of very low production value, just me talking to a camera about my own experience for 14 minutes now, which is way too long, so I'm gonna cut. Number 5, clarity on what I actually want to post. If you look at my channel, there's one video that kind of blew up that resulted in most of the subscribers I have right now, and it's the video on why I decided to leave Canada. Unfortunately, after I posted that video, I kind of realized that that wasn't the direction I wanted to go in. Like, I understood that politics is a hot topic right now, that China and Canada are always going to be hot topics because of political reasons. But that's just not the brand that I want to build. I tried and I didn't really like it. What I really want to do is provide for my family. Like, the original tagline of this YouTube channel, like that was on the channel art, was to give the people you love the life they deserve. And that mission has not changed. The format of how I want to help people do that is changing and is updating, and I'm evolving. But the fact that I want to help people do that has not changed. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, how do I help people do that then? Well, one thing is personal finance. Like, I didn't know that financial literacy or lack thereof was a thing in America. I thought like financial literacy was kind of common sense. My own ignorant thought that that was true for some reason. And so that's the first step, personal finance. The second thing I want to do is to build a skill that can help me provide for my family and then help other people do the same thing. And I hope that my literal experience as a teacher, educator, will help me build an excellent program that can actually get results. Not those one-off courses that don't really help and are outdated and don't do anything, but like an actual program with actual results that people actually get when they go through it. Like, I want to build that. And so the next thing that I kind of want to go over is the idea of loneliness. And so loneliness never goes away. It just kind of turns into solitude and you learn to deal with it. But the reality is, posting on YouTube is a lonely thing. Like, right now, it's just me and the camera. And sure, if the channel gets bigger and you build a business, you can get a team and all that. But the first few years, when you're just doing it by yourself, like me right now, it is lonely. Like, you kind of have to do it at night if you have a 9-to-5 job. And that's kind of when most of your colleagues go out, have fun. That's when people spend time with their spouses, their kids. But I'm sitting here in front of a camera trying to give the people I love the life they deserve. There's no way around it. Like, I kind of just have to settle with the fact that entrepreneurship in general is the path less traveled by people. And so by default, it is the lonely path. And because it's a path that I have no idea how long it will take for me to finish walking and be successful in the eyes of the world, it leads me to my last point. And it's this transformation of the shift from achievement to progress. And so I used to be so happy. Like, when I got that video about leaving Canada, when it went kind of viral, well, 30,000 views isn't really viral in the social media world, but it is viral for my channel. It made me happy. Like, I was like, wow, people care and people watch. And then after I posted the few videos after that, and seeing those videos get like a few hundred views, I was like kind of sad, because I thought I had like made my big break and that I would be successful moving forward. And it was just an emotional roller coaster at that point. And I learned that that wasn't really healthy. And so I've since kind of taken time to update my own frame and beliefs around this whole YouTube thing. So now, instead of views make me happy, it's posting makes me happy. Like, posting is me getting better. Posting is me progressing. Posting is evidence of me working on long-term important goals. Like, how many people can actually work on their long-term important goals? Like, most people are too busy working, paying their bills, buying groceries, and just like taking care of themselves and their day to day. Like to have a few hours a day to focus on a side project or passion is a luxury and a privilege that most of the world cannot afford to have. And so that humbles me. And so if you're still watching and you're thinking about, oh, like I want to start something on the side, like I want to build something that can give the people I love the life they deserve, then my best advice for you is to just start today. Not for the money you'll one day eventually make, but for the growth that you'll definitely go through if you start. And if you are curious about what that journey looks like, subscribe to the channel and let's grow together.